Is Wednesday, January 3rd. We got a full slate of NBA today. Quick recap for Taco Tuesday. We had 2 duds. We had 1 spoiled taco. I have no idea how Nicholas Claxton only got 3 rebounds yesterday when he's been averaging 10 for the past 8 games. Brandon Podziemski didn't come through either. We did have 1 spoiled taco, so it didn't really make a difference. But we did hit on the 3rd taco. We hit that pair with Paulo Banchero. And I had this 5 of 6. John Morant missed it by 2 fantasy points. I did mention all of these for fantasy score on the videos. You guys could have taken them. I did take it on a 6-man, and unfortunately John Morant sold. But we still doubled up. We still made more than what we lost, so that's always a plus. But let's try to make it up today. And let's get started. I do have the 2-man that I like, and both of them are fantasy scores. And I'm going to keep it straight simple today. I'm going to go with Luka and Kawhi Leonard's fantasy scores. And for Luka, you can take his first half fantasy or his full game. I'll be taking his full game. Favorable matchup for the Mavericks going against Portland. I think Luka's going to have a big game. He did have a stinker in his last game. I think he's going to bounce back. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. He's been averaging in mid-40s. He is at 41.5. Playing against the Suns, a marquee game. No Kevin Durant, so Kawhi Leonard should go off as usual. He is at 41.5. He should get in his mid-40s. Especially with Kevin Durant out in this game. So those are my top 2, day 1 of the Ladder Day Challenge. Let's head on out to the 5-man, which majority are fantasy scores. First one I'm going with is Jaden Ivey, and you can take his rebounds at 3.5. His assist is also good. I'll be taking his fantasy score at 25.5. He's been averaging the low 30s, so I'll be taking the over. I did take Jaden Ivey and rebounds on another slip. Next up for fantasy score I have is Josh Giddey. And I have his fantasy score as well. A lot of public is taking Shai Alexander. But I think he might be due for a regression. But at 27.5, I'll be taking Josh Giddey. Another option is Jalen Williams. But Josh Giddey's been trending up, so I'll be taking the over on his fantasy score. You can also look at Shai Alexander's fantasy score as well, along with Donovan Mitchell at 52.5. Both of them are good. I just think they're a little bit too inflated. Next one I'm taking is Grayson Allen. Bradley Beal is back in the lineup, but Kevin Durant is not. Grayson Allen is a sneaky option at 24.5. That's very doable for him, especially if he goes off on shooting. He's been averaging 30, as you can see, in his past 5. And his past 10, when his fantasy scores at 23 or more, he's gone over 9 of those past 10, even with Kevin Durant in the lineup. So this is a good option. I think this is a sneaky pick. I like it. I'll be taking the over. And then you can also include the 2, Luka and Kawhi Leonard fantasy scores as well. Another one you can target is Jordan Poole at 25.5. I personally don't like taking him. He always sells. Every time I do take him, I never get him right. But at 25.5, I've never seen it this low for him. He's usually in the 30 range. That's an option if you want. 25.5, it's very low for him. But I can never get him right. Next up I have is Donovan Mitchell at 52.5. That is a good option. Danny Avdija is good. And then you might want to target this Indiana and Milwaukee game with Giannis and Tyrese. I just think they're a bit too inflated. Giannis has a ceiling of 70-75. But last time they faced each other, which was a couple days ago, he had a 73.1. This is a high, fast-paced game. So you can go either with Giannis or Tyrese. Tyrese has been trending up, actually. He's been getting almost 20 assists a game. So you can see he's definitely been trending up. So at 52.5 is very doable for him. So that's a good option to take. Giannis is a little bit too high at 65.5, but you can target him as well. But those are the 5 that I like. So you guys can mix and match, pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate the support, and let's hit today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.